Hello everyone, myself Bismi Picharian, Assistant Professor at Suresh Gyan Vihar University. Today I'm going to discuss about the introduction to the web servers and the server products. Okay, in this lesson we are going to study or learn the introduction of the web servers and the server products. Means in this we are going to see the what are the web servers and how they work. So learning objectives of this topic is this lesson will help the students to understand what are the web servers and what are their server products. Learning outcomes after this lesson, students will be able to describe the web servers and the server products. Let's move to our topic. So before going to our topic, that is our topic is web servers. Okay, before moving to that web server, we have to know that what is web browser. So the web browser is a client or a program, a software or a tool. Okay, so the web browser is a client, program, software or tool through which we send HTTP. HTTP means the full form of HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol. So the browser, okay, so the web browser is a client, okay, in through which we send HTTP request to the web server. Means we are sending any, if we want to search anything from the Google, so we have to type, if okay, let's in that case we have to type the web browser in the Google, okay, and that okay, so that client is us, okay, and the program and software is the tool through which we send the HTTP request to the web server, okay, and it knows to communicate with server. So this web browser is a client that sent the HTTP request to the web server, and this knows to the communicate with server. The main purpose of the web browser is to locate the content on the World Wide Web and display the web pages, images, audio, and video form. Okay, when we are searching anything in the Google, okay, the Google show us pages, images, audios, and all. So that is the typing of, okay, we are typing in the Google. Okay, so the Google is the, okay, so that is the web browser, and this web browser communicate with the web server to find out what we want. Okay, so this is the web browser. So let's see once again. So web browser is a client or a program, okay, or a tool through which we send the HTTP request to the web server. Okay, we are sending the request to the web server to find out our need, and it knows to communicate with server. This web browser know how to communicate with the server and find out the things. The main purpose of the web browser is to locate the content. Okay, the main purpose of the web browser is to locate the content on the World Wide Web. Okay, the content, all the contents that are located in the World Wide Web. Okay, the World Wide Web is main web that contain all the content, okay, and the duty of the web browser is to find out that content from the World Wide Web and display the web pages. Okay, so first the web browser locate that content, and after that locating that content, that display the web pages, okay, that display the web pages, images, audios, and video form. So this is the web browser. So this is the definition of the web server. Okay, web server. So a web server is a computer. Okay, what is web server? Web server is a computer that runs websites. Okay, so the web server is a computer that runs websites. It's a computer program that distributes web pages as they are requested. Okay, so this is a computer program that distributes that distributes the web pages. The basic objective of the web server is to store, process, and deliver web pages to the users. So we are the users, okay? So we are the users, and the objective of the web server is to store, process, and the deliver web pages to users. So this intercommunication is done using by hypertext transfer protocol. Who sent the hypertext transfer protocol? The web browser. Okay, web browser sent the hypertext transfer protocol to the web server. Okay, after that, that web browser communicate with the web server and find out what we need and display the web pages to us. So this is the communication between the web server and the web browser. So the web server is a computer that runs websites. Okay, and the basic objectives of the web server is to store, process, and deliver the web pages to the users. And that intercommunication is done using by hypertext transfer protocol. Okay, so next, these web pages are mostly static content that include HTML documents, images, style sheet, and text. Okay, so that web pages that are mostly static content that include HTML documents, images, style sheet, videos, and all. Apart from HTTP, a web server also supports SMTP. Okay, HTTP. And okay, apart from the HTTP, the web server also support the SMTP, that is simple mail transfer protocol. Okay, that is simple mail transfer protocol, and FTP. FTP means the file transfer protocol. Okay, these are the protocol for emailing and for file transfer and the storage. So the simple mail transfer protocol is for emailing, and the FTP, that is file transfer protocol, that is for the transfer and the for transfer of the file and the storage of that file. So apart from HTTP, this web server supports the SMTP. So SMTP as well as the FTP, and SMTP is for transferring the email. The SMTP is the protocol for the emailing, as well as the FTP is the protocol for the file transfer and the storage. So this web server supports the HTTP as well as the SMTP and the FTP. So description of the web server. The main job of a web server is to display the website content. Okay, inside the website, there are lots of the contents are there. Okay, so the main job of the web server is to display the website content. If a web server is not exposed to the public and it is used internally, and that is called as internet server. Okay. So if the web server, okay, if the web server is not exposed to the public, okay, if the public can't see any web server, okay, and that is used internally, and that is called as the internal server. So internal server is not exposed to the public, and that is used internally. Okay, whereas the web server is exposed to the public, and that is used by the users. Okay, and the users can see the images, photos, or images, videos, and audios, etc. So the main job of the web server is to display the website content. Okay, inside the website there are lots of the contents. Okay, so for displaying that content is the main job or the main work of the web server. And if the web server is not exposed to the public, and that is used internally, and that called as internet server. So the difference between the internet server and the web server is that the web server is exposed to the public, and internet server is not exposed to the public, and work are used as internally. Okay, so this is the main difference between the web server and the internet server. Okay, and when anyone requests for a website by adding URL or web address on a web browser, okay, when anyone, when any of the user who are adding the URL or the web address on the web browser. So the Google is the web browser. When we are adding the URL or the web address to that Google, that shows the websites. Okay, the Google show us the websites. Okay, because that browser communicate with the web server, and that find out the content in that web server and display to the users. So when anyone requests for a website by adding the URL or the web address on a web browsers like Chrome or Firefox address bar. Okay, so this is the URL. Okay, and we are adding to the address bar of the Chrome or Google. Okay, so after adding the this URL, okay, when we are enter that, when we press that enter button, okay, that this is the economictimes.com. Okay, so this is the, if we are typing this to the address bar of the Chrome, then that browser, what they do, they locate the economic times in the web server, and that find out the web server, that find out the economic times from the web server and display to us. So this is a job of the web browser and the web server. Okay, so the web browser is like Google Chrome and Firefox and etc. Okay, and the difference between the web server and the internet server is the web server is exposed to the public, whereas the internet server is not exposed to the public, and that is used as internally. Okay, so this is the main difference between the web server and the internet server. The browser sends a request to the internet for viewing the corresponding web page for that address. Okay, here we have added the URL of this economics time, okay, in the address bar of the Chrome. Okay, after that, this Chrome is a browser. So after adding this URL to that address bar, what the browser do? The browser sends a request. Okay, that browser or that Chrome, Google Chrome is the browser. So that browser sends a request to the internet. Okay, that sends a request to the internet for viewing the corresponding web page. Okay, for viewing that economics time web page. Okay, so this browser send a request to the internet for the viewing the corresponding web page. So we are searching the economics time. Okay, so the Google Chrome, what they do, the Google Chrome send a request to the internet for finding out the economic time. That a domain name server, okay, a domain name server, DNS. Okay, the full form of the DNS is domain name server, convert this URL to IP address. Okay, so what the server do, a domain name server, that is called as DNS. Okay, after sending the request from the browser, what they do, a domain name server is there, and that domain name server convert that URL to the IP address. Okay, we have added that URL into the address bar. After that, after this browser, after that the browser, what they do, that send the request to the internet. After sending the request by the browser, a domain name server is there. Okay, domain name server is there that convert that URL to the IP address. So the URL is the URL is this form. Okay, the URL is available in this form, that is www.economictimes.com. So this is the URL, whereas the URL is converted to IP address with the help of the domain name server. Okay, so this domain name server converts that URL into the IP address, and the IP address is this. This is the example of one IP address. So 192.168. So we can't understand this IP address. Okay, this is only understandable by the internet server. So the domain name server is there to convert the URL to the IP address for finding out our web page. And what we are finding, that we are finding the economics time. Okay, we are finding from the Google or online the economics time. Okay, so after entering that www dot that URL in the address bar of the Google Chrome. Okay, after that the browser, the Google Chrome sends a request to the internet for finding out our web page. Okay, so in that internet, there is a domain name server that is called as DNS. Okay, that DNS convert our URL into the IP address. Okay, and the IP address is in the form of 192 this and this. So we can't understand this. This is the machine readable code. So which in turn points to a web server. So this is the way they work. Then the web server is requested to present the content website to the user browser. After converting this the URL to the IP address. Okay, this already converted here. After that the web server, okay, the web server is requested to present the content website to the user's browser. Okay, on this is only possible after the conversion of the URL to the IP address. Okay, IP address. Okay, after that the web server is requested to present the content website to the user's browser. And all the website on the internet have a unique identifier in term of an IP address. Okay, all the website in the internet have unique identifier in term of an IP address. Okay, this internet protocol address is used to communicate between different servers across the internet. Okay, and this internet protocol, okay, this is the internet protocol means when we are searching when we are search anything in that Google, the Google is the browser that sends a request to the web server or the internet. Okay, after that search, after sending that request, the the URL is converted to IP address. Okay, by the DNS. Okay, domain name server. After that conversion of IP address, URL to the IP address, at that time they send a request to the web server. Okay, they send a request to the web server to present the content website. Okay, to present the content website to the user's browser. So we are finding out the economicstime.com. So when the web server is requested to present our content is economics time. So that web page open in the front of us. So this is the way of the internet and the web server and the web browsers duty. So the internet protocol address is used to communicate between different servers across the internet. These days Apache server, so okay, this Apache is the example of a server. Apache server is the most common web server available in the market. Okay, so this is the one example of the server Apache. So Apache server is the most common web server available in the market. Apache is open source software that handles almost 70% of all websites available today. Okay, so this Apache is open source software, and the Apache handles almost 70% of all the website available today. And most of the web-based applications use Apache as their default web server environment. Okay, so Apache is the most commonly used web server. Another web server that is generally available is the Internet Information Service. So IIS, Internet Information Service, IIS, is owned by Microsoft. So there are two commonly used web servers. So first one is the Apache server. Okay, Apache server is mostly available in the market. Almost 70% of the website handled by this Apache server, and most of the web-based applications used Apache as their default web server environment. Sorry. And another web server is also there, that is IIS. The full form of the IIS is the Internet Information Service. Internet Information Service. Okay. So, and this IIS is owned by a Microsoft. Okay. So the web server can be either a software unit or a hardware unit. Okay. So the web server either be a software unit or a hardware unit, and that provide the web pages via HTTP. So we have already seen that the web server provide the web pages via HTTP, and the web server gets the request and find the resources, then responds to the client. Okay, who is the client? Client is the browser, or we, the people. So the web server gets the request and find the resources, then responses to the client. Web server provides services only for the web applications. Okay, web server is only providing the services for the web applications only. All the communication between client, that is web browser, and server takes place via HTTP. Okay, so all the communication between the web server and the web browser, that takes place via HTTP only. And the example of the web server is Tomcat, IIS, Apache server. So these all are the example of the web server. Let's see the elements of the web server. Okay, there are some elements of the web server. So first element is hardware. Okay, hardware. And the hardware, these are some basic requirements for a server computer. Okay, hardware is the basic requirement of the server computer. Its processing speed should be high. Okay, so the hardware's processing speed should be high. It must have large memory. Okay, that is RAM. Okay, it must have large memory, and it must have large storage capacity. Okay, if the hardware, okay, the hardware should have large RAM. Okay, so large memory, and it must have large storage capacity, that is hard disk. So this hardware is the main element of the web server, and the hardware is the basic requirement of a server computer, and its processing speed should be high, and it must have large memory, that is RAM, and large storage capacity, that is hard disk. Okay, so the hardware should have RAM, okay, high RAM, and larger storage capacity, that is hard disk. Second elements of the operating system, second elements of the web server is operating system. Okay, so the operating system, normally web server have two types of the operating system. Okay, normally the web server have the two type of the operating system. So let's see what they are. So operating systems, first one is Windows and second one is Linux. Okay, so there are two type of the operating systems. First one is Windows and second is Linux. The Windows, the Microsoft Windows as server family operating system are used in the web server. Okay, so the Microsoft Windows, okay, Microsoft Windows, we all knows that what is Microsoft Windows and all. So this Microsoft Windows server family, okay, Windows Server family operating system are used in the web server. Okay, the examples are Windows NT, okay, Windows 2000 server, Windows 2008 server, etc. Okay, so these all are the Windows example, and these are used in the web server. Windows requires more hardware resources than the Linux. Linux is another operating system. So in the when we are comparing with Linux, okay, Linux, so this window requires more hardware resources, so there can be limited hosting account on each server. Okay, because of that there can be limited hosting account on each server. Okay, so the Microsoft Windows Server family operating system are used in the web server. The examples of the web Windows are Windows NT, Windows 2000 server, Windows 2008 server, etc. And Windows requires more hardware resources than the Linux. So that because of that, there can be limited hosting account on each server. Let's see what is Linux operating system. So the Linux family include Red Hat Linux. These are the example of the Linux. Red Hat Linux, Fedora, Mandrake, etc. So these are the example of the Linux which are used in the web server. Okay, Linux server are considered to be more stable and require fewer resources than the window, whereas the window requires more resources and the Linux requires less resources than to the window. And Linux servers are considered to be more stable. So because of that, the Linux is more stable and that require fewer resources than the Windows, whereas the window requires more resources. Okay, and Linux hosting can accommodate more hosting account than the window. Because of this requirement of these few resources, so the Linux can host accommodating more hosting account than the window. Okay, when we are comparing the Windows and the Linux can accommodate more hosting account, whereas the window don't, because window requires more resources than to the Linux. This is the difference of the Windows and the Linux, and these are the operating system, and the operating system are the elements of the web server. Next element of the web server is web server software. Okay, web server software. So a web server is the type of the software that processes HTTP request and generate the response. Okay, so what is the web server software? The web server is a type of a web server software is a type of the software that processes HTTP request. Okay, that processes HTTP request from the browser to the server and that generate the response. And website require web server software for their execution. Okay, so the website requires web server software for their execution. Web server software runs continuously on the server. Okay, so the 24 hours, okay, 24 into 7, this web server is running in the server, and that this software is waits for the user request. Okay, so the web server software works as a window where the requests from all the web browsers are served. Okay, so this is the platform to serve all the request from the web browser, from the web browser to the web server and web server to the client. So this is always opened. Okay, okay, so this is work this web server software is working 24 into 7, and in the mid of the night, on the any time we can search anything from the Google Chrome and all. Okay, so this is the software that processes HTTP request and generate the responses to the users or the clients. And the website requires web server software for the execution. Okay, and the this web server software runs continuously. Okay, without stopping, this runs continuously on the server. Okay, and this software waits for the user request. After the user, okay, when the user entered any request in the web browser, that web browser send a request to the server. Okay, after that sending that request, the URL is converted to the IP address by the domain server system, DNS, and after that we get our web page. So these all are doing by the web server software, and this software runs continuously without any stoppage and this waits for user request. So these all are the elements of the web server. So first element is the hardware, second is operating system, and third is web server software. So the operating system is divided into two. Okay, the one is Windows and second one is Linux. Let's see how the web server working. Okay, web server respond to the client request in either of the following two ways. Okay, the web server respond to the client request in the two ways. First one is sending the file to the client associated with the requested URL. Okay, first method is that send the file to the client associated with the requested URL, or generating the response by invoking the script and communicating with the database. Okay, first one is send the file to the client associated with the requested URL. This is the first method. And second method is generate the response. Okay, that generate the response by invoking a script and the communicating with database. So this is the working of the web server. Okay, so this is one diagram. Here the client is sending or typing a URL. Here this is the browser. Okay, this is the browser here, and we are typing the URL or the anything we want to search in the Google or the browser. So here we are typing. Okay, that browser send the request to the server. So this is the server, web server. Okay, that browser send the request to the server. Okay, after that this server looking for the requested web page here. Okay, this server find out the web page what we want or the what client wants. After finding out that web page, this web server what they do, they responds to the client. Okay, so here this client search the Google. Okay, that Google it search the Google. Okay, and this Google, okay, that URL is sent to the web server. Okay, and that web server finds here the web page, requested web pages. Okay, after finding out the web page, okay, after finding out the web page, what the server do, the server send the response to the client. So this is the method of the working, okay, working of the web browser and the web server. How this is the way to communicate the web browser with the web server. Let's see in detail. When the client, okay, we have already seen that diagram. Okay, and that diagram is here I have explained. So when the client send request for a web page, okay, so the web page we are searching here Google. Okay, that client send request for a web page, the web server search for the requested page. Okay, the web server search for the requested page. If requested page is found, okay, if requested page is found, then it will send it to the client with an HTTP response. Okay, if the when the client send a request to the web page, the web server what they do, they search the requested page. Okay, they search the requested page, and if the requested page is found by the web server, that will be sent it to the client with an HTTP response. Okay, if the requested web page is not found by the web server, then what the web server do? The web server send an HTTP response, error 404 not found. So this we have almost we have seen this in the computer on the internet server. When we are clicking on a link, okay, then that shows the error 404 not found. So this is when this happens, when the web server can't found, okay, when the web server can't found the requested web page. Okay, at that time the web server send an HTTP response. Okay, that is error 404 not found. So this is the method of the web server to work. Okay, when the client sends a request to the web page, the web server search for that requested page. If the requested page is found, then it will send to the client with an HTTP response. Okay, if the requested web page is not found, then the web server will send an HTTP response, that is error 404 not found. If the client has requested for some other resources, then the web server will contact to the application server and data store to construct the HTTP response. Okay, if the client has requested for some other resources. Okay, if the client has requested for some other resources, then the web server will contact the application server and the data store to construct that HTTP response. Okay, to construct that HTTP response. So this is the way the web server and the web browser works together. So this diagram we have already seen that. Next is architecture. Okay, the web server architecture follow two approaches. Okay, concurrent approach and the single process event driven approach. Okay, so the architecture of the web server follows. First one is concurrent approach and second is single process event driven approach. Let's see what is concurrent approach. The concurrent approach allows the web server to handle multiple client requests at the same time. Okay, what the concurrent approach do? The concurrent approach it allows the web server. Okay, this allows the web server to handle multiple client requests at the same time. Okay, if the people find searching the Google page at the one time. Okay, so that is dealt with this concurrent approach. So that Google account, okay, if I am here searching the Google account and you are searching the Google account, okay, so what the web server do? Web server serves everybody. Okay, serves that Google page to the everybody. So that method is known as concurrent approach. Okay, and it can achieved by following method. Okay, the handling of the multiple client requests, that is achieved by the following method. First one is multi-process, second one is multi-threaded, and third one is hybrid method. Okay, multi-process, multi-threaded, and hybrid method. So this is the first one is the multi-process, how the web server handle all the multi things at a time. So multi-processing, in this a single process that is called as parent process initiates several single threaded child process. Okay, in the multi-process there is a one single process that is parent process, and that initiates single threaded child process. Okay, one main head is the single process, that is parent process, and that initiates several single small child processes and distribute incoming requests to these child process. Okay, when multiple clients are requested, okay, multiple clients are requested to the web for the web page, so that multiple requests that send to these child process. Okay, each of the child process are responsible for handling single request. Okay, each of the child process that is responsible for handling one request. Okay, so what is the mechanism of this multi-processing? There is one single process that is called as parent process. That parent process created single threaded child, single threaded child processes. Okay, if one parent that created 100 child processes, so if the request comes from 100 clients, that is distributed to each of the child process, and each of the child process is responsible for handling one request. Okay, and the single process, how many requests that handles 100 requests, because that distributed to the child processes. If the responsibility of the It is the responsibility of the parent process to monitor the load and decide if processes should be killed or forked. Okay, so that parent process forwarded that all the requests to each child process. Okay, we have seen that. And next thing is, there is one responsibility of the parent process. Okay, to monitor the load. Okay, to monitor the load and decide. Okay, the parent process have to decide if the process should be killed or forked. Okay, that is decided by the parent process, that is not decided by the child process. Okay, so parent process responsibility is to monitor the load and decide if the processes should be killed or forked. So this is the multi-processing. So in this multi-processing, there's a single process, that is parent process, and that the single process initiates several threaded child process. Okay, and the incoming request is distributed into the child processes, and each of the child process handles only one request. Next is multi-threaded. Okay, unlike multi-process, it creates multi-single threaded process. Okay, multi-process is it creates multi-single threaded process. And next is hybrid method. So hybrid method is the combination of multi-threaded as well as the multi-process. Okay, and so hybrid method, it is a combination of about two approaches. In this approach, multiple processes are created and each process initiate multiple threads. Okay, in hybrid method is a combination of the multi-threaded as well as the multi-processing. And in this approach, multiple processes are created and each process initiate multiple threads. Okay, each process initiate multiple threads. Each of the thread handles one connection. Okay, each of the thread handles one connection. Using multiple threads in single process results less load on the system resources. Okay, by using the multiple threads in a single process, that results in less load, okay, on the system resources. So this is the these are the concurrent approach. Okay, so concurrent approach that allows the web server to handle multiple client requests at the same time, and we have seen how they handle all the clients at the same time by creating a single child process. Okay, by creating a single child process, they can handle thousands or lakhs of the requests at one time. Next, our topic is server products. Okay, let's see server products. So Apache HTTP server, we have already seen that what is Apache server. Apache is most popular server. Okay, so and it handles almost 60 to 70% of websites. Okay, so let's see the description of the web server product. So first one is Apache HTTP server. So this is most popular web server in the world. Okay, in the world, and this is developed by Apache Software Foundation. Okay, this Apache HTTP server is most popular web server, and this was developed by the Apache Software Foundation. Apache web server is an open source software. Okay, this is an open source software and can be installed on almost all operating system, including Linux, Unix, Windows, FreeBSD, Mac OS X, and more. And these Linux and Windows, what they are operating system. Sorry. So Linux, Windows, Unix, these all are the operating system, and this Apache HTTP server, this can installed in almost all the operating system, and about 60% of the web server machine run the Apache web server. Okay, 60 to 70% of the web server machine runs the Apache web server. And second web server product is IIS, that is Internet Information Service. The full form of the IIS is Internet Information Service. The Internet Information Service is high performance web server from Microsoft. Okay, the Internet IIS is the high performance web server from the Microsoft. The web server runs Windows NT 2000, 2003 platform. Okay, so these all are the IIS. Okay, all are what the IIS comes bundled with Windows NT 2000 and 2003. Okay, so this IIS comes with the Windows NT 2000, Windows 2000, Windows 2003. Because IIS is tightly integrated with the operating system, so it is relatively easy to administer it. Okay, so IIS is tightly integrated with the operating system, and sorry, so it is relatively easy to administrate. Next is LightPad. Okay, so LightPad is pronounced Lighty. Okay, Lighty. the spelling is LIGHTTPD. Okay, Lighty. This is pronounced as Lighty. Okay, and this is also free web server that is distributed with the FreeBSD operating system. Okay, this is also free web server and this is distributed with the FreeBSD operating system. So this is noted to that the LIGHTTPD, this is known and this is pronounced as Lighty. Lighty, and this open source web server is fast, secure, and consume much less CPU power. Lighty can also run Windows, Mac OS X, Linux, and Solaris operating system. So next is Sun Java System Web Server. Sun Java Web System Server. This web server from Sun Microsystem is suited for medium and large website. Okay, this Sun Java System Web Server is suited for the medium and as well as the large websites. Though the server is free, it is not open source. Okay, this is free, but it is not open source. It, however, runs on Windows, Linux, and Unix platform. And the Sun Java System Web Server supports various languages, script, and the technology required for Web 2.0, such as JSP, Java Servlet, PHP, Perl, Python, and Ruby on Rails, ASP, and also. So this is about the Sun Java System Web Server. Next is Jigsaw Server. Okay, Jigsaw Server comes from the Worldwide Consortium. It is open source and free and can run on various platforms. It is also open source and it is also free and can run on a various platforms like Linux, Unix, Windows, and the Mac OS X FreeBSD. And Jigsaw has been written in Java and can run CGI script and the PHP program. So these all are about the web server products. Let's see some MCQs. Okay, so who sent HTTP request to the server? The answer is web browser. How many elements are there in the web server? There are 3 elements. Which of the following is not a web server? So Apache is a web server, Tomcat is a web server, IIS is also a web server. So the correct answer is Blue Griffon is not a web server. Which of the following allow user to view a web page? Operating system, website, interpreter, internet browser. So the correct answer is internet browser allows user to view a web page. Full form of the IIS is Internet Information System. Service. Internet Information Service is the full form of the IIS. PL is programming languages. First generation language is machine language. In which language symbolic operation codes replaced binary operation code? So correct answer is second generation. High quality consistent data requires clear and complete process specifications. A process changes its state during its execution, that is called as process life cycle. So these all are about the web server, web browser, and the web server product. So I hope everybody get this. Thank you. Thank you so much.